just negate. Both Stardust are special summon back. Assault Mode activate, guys. It's 2025, and this is Assault Mode activate.deck. Jesus Christ. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. So, new support for Assault Mode. Who would have expected this in 2025? So let's take a look. It's actually kind of funny. It's quite solid. They now have multiple one-card starters and extenders, essentially. So now for the deck, it's super easy to pump out double Assault Mode Stardust, right? The Stardust one. Which, you know, that's basically your omni-negation, and not once per turn. It's basically your shooting Quasar in case of Synchro pile, right? So for the deck, you have a couple of key cards. Like this field spell is basically your searcher. It searches the entire deck. And it also, once per turn by paying 2k, you can immediately activate, adjust, set Assault Mode activate. So essentially, there's also the Synchro, which again, super easy to make. It's just a generic level 8 Synchro that at the same time, you when she's Synchro summoned, it sets an Assault Mode from either your hand or the deck. So, I mean, the field spell into your combo, into the level 8, into your Assault Mode, and that instantly gets out a Stardust for free, because the field spell lets you, it's essentially the field spell that lets you use an extra deck monster for the Assault Mode activation. So that's really nifty. As for the rest, the Crimson Blader, the new one, also a one-card starter. As you see, it's basically a terraforming and searches all of the other cards. I'm only running one of the Lonefire Blossom, the one now right next to Droll, because one big reason, there are a couple of cards that lock you into Synchro Summons for the rest of the entire turn, as soon as you use their effect. And that Lonefire Blossom is one of them. But essentially your Psy Reflector, the OG one, I mean, how old is it? People have been playing it for level 8 Synchros years ago. And it essentially does the same, but it doesn't lock you into the Synchro Summons for the rest of the entire turn. So essentially your field spell is this, your one-card combo, double Stardust. The K9, why is K9 there? Obviously because hand traps, disruption, Nibiru proof, etc, etc, yes. But there is one big I was looking for cards to recycle my cards in hand, but because, as you know, Assault Mode activates, you have to summon, here in this case, the Stardust, the Assault Mode Stardust, from your deck. So if you draw those, then you're like, it's pretty much useless, unless I'm missing something. So that's why the K9 stuff is there, not alone because of hand traps, etc. And also increase the deck count as well, because again, I don't see any reason to keep it at 40. Now I'm locking myself into Synchro Summon, so using the level 8, the Priestess, the new one, discard a card, essentially. Do Hero Lifts, one of your new monsters, so that's a zombie type, which basically is a Debris Dragon. Plus, when your zombie type is used for a Synchro Summon, it searches the Infernity Barrier from the archetype, or the Big Popper, so one of the traps, right? That's not Assault Mode activate, so... So essentially, one card, one field spell, uninterrupted, one field spell, equals double Stardust and one trap search. A counter trap search that negates the Dark Ruler or the Droplet, right? That's pretty solid, I'm not going to lie. So here's another example, the reason why K9 is there. Here basically you're screwed, right? You're activating Ash. I guess it's just probably better to keep the Ash. Anyway. So K9 stuff first, because again, we are locking ourselves into Synchro Summons in a few moments. Standard stuff. We go for Durandal first, because again, the next play will prevent ourselves from exceeding for a light, so now Durandal first. So Durandal is basically the easy to go to key card to replenish your hand, so get that Assault Mode out of your hand. Again, we are still able to exceed summon, just normal summon or use teleport to go for the Saya Reflector, search the Assault Beast, discard, search Assault Mode activate, then go for Priestess. We are still able to exceed summon, use the field spell, pay 2k, use Assault Mode activate to go for Stardust number 1, and then because we need more space, because again we want to go for a level 8 Synchro Summon, so we use Durandal's effect, replenish our hand, and then use Nash Knight, because this card is fine, you don't need to ban this card. For whatever reason it's still legal, like this stuff is still legal. It shouldn't be, right? Like, look at this, this doesn't make sense. Anyway, discard a random card, discard a card. Hero Lives the zombie, or it adds to the hand as well. Searches all the key cards from the deck, but also the zombie. I drew the slash, that's the big destroyer. It could have been anything, but we searched the counter, that's the Infernity barrier. So now you're essentially ending on the same board. So what is this? Like Ripper negates an in-hand effect. You have the cheat exceed, let's call it like that, that negates monster effect, halves the life points. We have a counter trap, this that negates. I guess here going for Stardust would have been better because of a potential dark lure, right? So that's my mistake. So double Stardust as an Omni negation, twice. And then the quick play spell, not to forget, right? Ugh, insane. To pop something, insane. You have more interruptions than they can do stuff. This was yummy, by the way, yummy Mitsu. Yeah, we can negate monster effect, and what is it, half? No, yeah, just negate. Both Stardust are special summon back. Assault Mode activate, guys. It's 2025, and this is Assault Mode activate.deck. Jesus Christ. Insane. So lich again. We're out of targets, to, we can't search. Crimson Blader is just in case there. I mean, it's decent. Plus, I'll keep in mind that the Synchro also is solid against Synchro decks, essentially. High level decks. Draco Tail as well. What is it? Level 5 or higher monsters from the extra deck cannot use their effect, if I'm not mistaken. So it's basically also a floodgate. Like, yeah, why not? An Omni Trap, a double Omni Stardust, and a floodgate from one card. This is so funny. So 46 cards in the main deck, because again, there are some cards you really don't want to open, you want to search them, looking at Assault Mode activate, for example, and of course, in case of the Stardust, you don't want to draw into the Stardust, so I guess you can go for like maybe a 60 card pile, I don't know, looking at other engines to facilitate, because like with this new support, there are so many one card combos that lead into the field of triple Omni negates and one floodgate synchro. It's just far too easy to go to that. And okay, you're paying the price of main decking Assault Mode activate, which I guess is decent because it's part of your game plan. But I guess the brick of the deck is your Assault Mode Stardust in the main deck. But nonetheless, it's fun. This is really fun. It's a bit shorter than usual because my time was limited today. But I mean, definitely leave me suggestions because there's probably more things to do, like K9 level 5. Maybe level 3 tuners, was looking at the Strudo maybe, I don't know. So, but like, is this meta? Obviously not. Like you're reading, the new broken stuff, obviously this is not meta, but not every new support needs to be meta. Like, it's super, super fun. Okay, so for me that's it. Some hand traps as well in the main deck. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Riddim signing out. Peace.